Hi, everybody. Sorry for the delay. I'm getting a message in my studio here on StreamYard that is basically saying that Twitter, also known as X, is experiencing issues with live streaming posts. If you can't find your live in X, you can manually post it by following our guide. So if there is anybody who's watching this live on X, put something into the chat. You know, you can find this on YouTube, but I'm just curious whether this is showing or not. I've never seen this little message before, so there's obviously something going on, and who knows what that would be. All right, I'll get rid of that message. How is everybody?
It's winter.
Well, no, down here it's summer again, which is really kind of nice. It was good, about 73, 74 degrees today, and it's going to go into the 80s tomorrow.
Oh, Dwayne Stat would love that.
Yeah. I've been waiting for this for God knows how long. It was getting so ridiculous. There were snow flurries, and I just looked to the heavens and said, "Go fuck yourselves."
Enough of that. Great way to start the program.
Yeah, I had to get it out of the way early. Okay, I think we have Stephen joining us into the mix.
God.
Hi, Stephen.
Correct.
Yep, correct.
Hey, Moo, explain to me the NBA All-Star Tournament. I didn't.
I can't. And honestly, the things that I saw, what limited things that I saw, were so absolutely. I mean, how does a guy enter a contest when he hasn't played a game all season?
Yep.
And wins. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't see that bit. I didn't see the 3-point thing. I saw the stuff yesterday.
And how does that win a slam dunk contest when that's something that little Timmy Bartholow could do with his little child set out in the driveway?
Oh.
Wow.
I'm just absolutely befuddled by the whole thing. And then this, and it's such they've decided to just whore it out to business. And it's like, this team versus the world. We are the world. And it's like the NFL is saying, not so fast, not so fast. We're going to be in more countries than you before too long. And I couldn't relate to it, so I didn't watch it.
Oh, it was entertaining yesterday until the last quarter.
No, I just didn't understand how the tournament goes. They had 3 teams, and I didn't get it.
Well, I don't want to try to explain it, but basically, I think they were hoping that it would be the world against the old guys, and they ended up getting the young guys versus the old guys, when the old guys had just played the game and got
out of gas, completely out of gas.
Yeah. Kawhi Leonard pumped in 31 points to get into the final game, and then he couldn't hit anything, so that's why they lost by 20.
Well, he hit a wall, is what he hit.
It was entertaining, though. I found that entertaining.
Well, there are people who say that, the headlines, of course, were saying, it's brought life back, brought life back into the All-Star game. No, I wouldn't go that far either.
Go that far.
The truth of the matter is that it's just like when the Pro Bowl, turns into flag football, right?
Yeah.
And
you guys will give up at that point.
The season is too grueling. Yeah, and it's too grueling on these athletes to expect them to come out and put on a show.
Mm-hmm.
Right here, we're going to let one of our best players get injured.
Yeah, correct. I mean, if they want to go through this sort of USA against the world format, what they need to do is just have 2 squads, a straight 20-minute game, 2 10-minute halves, and then let them only play that, and that way they don't get killed, because those old guys, man, on the Stripes team are absolutely gassed in that.
Yeah, too much.
And that's not fair on them. It's not fair on the fans, and it's not fair on the fucking teams they represent, because they're going to come back and they're not going to be rested.
Yep.
But anyway,
Or how about they just do just East versus West and just shorten the quarters up?
Yeah, well, no one cares about East versus West anymore. No one.
True.
There's no. I mean, no one really cares about North and the South anymore either. Really. I mean,
Okay, fair
no one
point.
fucking cares, man. USA against the world would get some interest, because that's how it is. But
Yeah. But what's more important right now than something that, I mean, the basketball season will start mattering to me again when we get back into the regular season to see how the Cavaliers can finish up, especially with the new guys they have in the team, how they're going to mesh and all of that kind of stuff. And they actually have time to get their shit together a little bit, practice a little. And maybe even Dean Wade will come back after 17 years from a slight sprain. I mean, Jalen Tyson was back the next day after his, and there's Dean Wade, who's not old reliable. Let's just put it that way.
he's brittle as hell, as I like to say.
Yeah, so we'll see if he actually gets back into it as well, and we'll see if Darius Garland ever plays again in Los Angeles.
Yeah, I mean, it's Max Street's dead. I mean, are they writing him off? Why don't they just say
I don't know, because to be honest with you, by the time he might be ready, and I don't think he is, I think personally that the whole operation was botched. He's sort
of like irrelevant now, looking at the roster.
Exactly. I mean, he's not going to help us coming back in before preseason form. I mean, that's not going to help the organization. And whether he's with the team next year or not, God only knows. So the Browns have fired. No, they've.
You're getting ahead of yourself by a few games.
That's a Freudian slip. Their defensive coordinator to replace Jim Schwartz, and it's not. I thought it was going to be Undlin. I really did, and boy, again, we get thrown a curve with a guy who's never been a defensive coordinator before. And to be very honest with you, I think this is a huge mistake. I think that this is so typical of Jimmy Haslam and his organization, putting a guy into a position on the basis of, well, we know what we got on the front line. We know what we got there. And, we're just going to tell him to keep it the same. And this guy can maybe bring a little bit more order to our pass defense. And the guy's going to know nothing about who he's working with. And, when Tarver will work with the linebackers, and, it's going to be a group collaboration. And meanwhile, Jim Schwartz is saying, God, thank God I'm the fuck out of there. Wow. It makes no sense to me whatsoever. And I don't even know about Mike Ruttenberg, except, honestly, his name would look good on a CPA sign, Mm-hmm. I'm your new CPA. My last name's Ruttenberg. You got the problem with that? Sharpen your pencil.
He can find your deductions for you.
He's the former Falcons passing game coordinator, and he's going to continue to run that Jim Schwartz scheme. And I think and he's well versed in it, they say. I did receive something from David Talevsky. David, if you want to come on the air and tell them what you sent to me, don't come on the air, because that would be, I'm trying to think of what the overmodulate. I wonder if from the moment that he came to, that he knew he was going to, if there would be like a 3-second delay, like there is on his microphone.
No, because I always end up talking over him.
You can't help it
every single time.
I know and you try to time it, it still doesn't work.
Oh, it's even worse if you try to let him talk. Then it's just like
And David will join us in 10 to 15 minutes. So just go fuck yourself, okay? I'll just go ahead and spill the beans myself. David sent me
He
a
sent me
message,
something useful, which is more than what I can understand.
and I'll read it, but I'm crediting him. He says that Rittenberg is off of the Robert Sala tree, so it's not off of the Jim Schwartz tree. That he said that while Schwartz is more chaos-based, wide nine pressure, we know about that with Miles, and big sack totals and aggressive man looks. And I don't totally agree with the big sack totals. I've never found that to be a total definition of what Jim Schwartz was about. But Rutenberg is more about disguise, split safety control, fewer explosives allowed, and smarter coverage. Same elite front, different philosophy. Less loud dominance, more playoff style consistency. This is what is being said. Now, with that being said, what it sounds like to me is that's great if you're going to have a little bit better coverage, but we don't have anybody back there because the people who were playing by the end of the year were people who had never played in the NFL before.
They'll be killed by that time anyway.
If we have to depend on our secondary coverage, we're in deep fucking shit. That's what I would tell you from that description. So he's 41 years old, and he'll be about 62 next year from working with Jimmy Haslam.
The amazing thing is that these coordinators and coaches are nearly Tony DeCalf's age. Can you imagine? Doesn't that make you feel old?
Yeah, I am old. It's not what I feel.
Old.
I am.
Old.
Yeah, that's a fact. So the linebackers coach is Jason Tarver. He was one of the finalists, and Corey Unlin, who I thought was going to get the job, was the other. And this was the only guy who didn't have NFL coordinator experience. And I mean, you just say to yourself, why do you assume that it's just going to be good again just because it was good last year? Does this guy have, what's the word? The bearing to be able to look at Myles Garrett and say, stop doing that. I really wonder.
You gotta be able to front out some of these players every now and then.
Well, there has to be discipline involved with this, and I don't know anything about this guy. And I don't I don't understand the selection. So this is the first Browns coordinator trio with offensive coordinator Travis Switzer, special teams coordinator Byron Storer already in place. So we've replaced all of that. And I don't have a problem with that because, what Kevin Stefanski brought with him, he can take with him to Atlanta. That's fine. Do I know what Rutenberg brings into this equation from Atlanta being a passing game coordinator? No. I can look at the statistics, but that's not what he's responsible for. I can look at the statistics that Schwartz has put up for the last 3 years, and he's responsible for that because sure as fuck Stefanski didn't know shit about defense. So, and Monken knows nothing about defense. So we may be doing a famous Jimmy Haslam thing. And that thing is, woo, well, we really need help on the offensive side of the ball. Woo! But our defense is perfectly fine as it is. Never mind the fact who created that defense is gone. Woo! And so the defense will end up sucking and the offense will get marginally better and will be 5 and 12. That's right.
5 and 12.
You wonder why there's no progress in Cleveland. This might have something to do with it. But before I bury this and make this the Titanic episode, so let's see what else we have. Oh, sending love from Usaniva Beach. I don't know where that is.
Yeah.
Do you know where that is?
Nah, where is it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm going to guess Japan.
Usaniva. It almost sounds like
Not
Russian.
Ipanema.
Yeah.
Usaniva.
Not a lot of beaches in Russia, though.
And David's jumping in and saying that Unland sucked the big moose. Sorry, moose. When he was
I must have been asleep when that happened.
It's an expression. Okay.
Boy, I could do with a big moose sucking, really. But anyway, that's another topic.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Whoever that girl who did Tony the Calf all those years ago, if she would do him, you'd be an absolute bonus, you know?
Yeah.
All right. So the Browns have gone 45 straight games without allowing a 300-yard passing game against them.
That's
Really?
good.
Speaking of Tony the Calf, here he is in all of his glory.
Tony.
Man,
Hey, how's it going there?
what's going on, fellas?
We're just we were making fun of you just a moment ago, and you appeared. So
we manifested you.
It's impressive.
We're gonna
Say my name and I appear. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But I what we're talking about is Rutenberg being hired as the defensive coordinator with no defensive coordinator in his resume.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Let's hire a guy's team's passing coordinator. Right?
It makes you wonder. It just So now we have to sit there and if so help me God, if the defense blows, I'm going to be so.
When?
David's
trying to defend himself here.
And here's David talking about his sex life. He has a hard time knowing the exact time to get my points in.
Yeah.
And he goes, I don't try to interrupt on purpose. You see, but there is something called technology is such a lonely word. You see, if you get a microphone that hooks up, or if you get something better than a 28.8 baud modem.
That's the modem noise.
Maybe he did mean Usina Beach.
Oh, I don't know where that is.
I don't know
where St. John's, Florida is.
Who knows? But at any rate, here's Rutenberg's background. He was a male prostitute. No.
He made a lot of money.
You're going to love this. He's a graduate of Cornell. He's Ivy League.
Wow. From Ithaca.
And former linebacker. He broke into the NFL Football League in 2003 with the Redskins, and he was an administrative assistant under Joe Gibbs. This is when he was a young fella. He gained early NFL exposure. He moved into the college ranks, coaching defensive backs and coordinating pass defenses at UCLA and New Mexico State. His ability to teach coverage principles and develop young defenders eventually earned him a return to the NFL with, of course, the Jacksonville Jaguars in 2013. So he was 7 years in Jacksonville, so he knows what it is to lose.
Yeah.
Yep. He climbed the ladder from assistant defensive backs coach to defensive assistant and later assistant linebackers coach. The varied responsibilities broadened his understanding of defensive structure. And in 2020, he joined the 49ers as a passing game specialist. And that was under D'Amico Ryans. And besides that, Ryans does run a similar defensive scheme to that of Schwartz. And the Browns have vowed to move forward in that direction.
Well,
he then spent 4 seasons with, this is really incredible when you look at this guy.
Like he's 41 now.
7 in Jacksonville, and then the next 4 seasons with the New York Jets. It's like, it's no wonder they hired him, because it's like, I need a job and I don't care whether we win or not.
He knows how to lose.
I feed my wife and children. Yeah. and his 4 seasons with the New York Jets, contributing to one of the best defenses. I mean, Saleh was a huge part of the defense getting good, but Saleh knew nothing about offense, and there you have it. During his tenure in New York, the Jets consistently were at the top of the NFL in defense. Then that resume became appealing to the people in Atlanta.
Wow.
Ruttenberg was tasked with upgrading the Falcons' 22nd ranked pass defense, studying quarterback tendencies, implementing disguises, strengthening communication between the secondary and the linebackers. And the early returns in the season reflected progress. The Falcons improved to 13th in the NFL in pass defense, tightening from 224 yards to 200.4 yards allowed in the pass game. So there you have it. I mean, for what it's worth, I don't know. I'm always worried about people who come from organizations where they've never won.
Well, yeah.
I mean, but that I hate to say it, but people were not jumping up and down saying, ooh, Mr. Cotter, I want that Browns position.
No, they weren't.
So everybody knows, because I mean, it's such a small universe. You don't think that players are saying, you think you got it bad? You know what playing for Jimmy Haslam was like? That's what it is.
It is.
Yeah. So
yeah, we're not bringing a lot of energy as the panel today, I'm afraid.
No, it's all right. I mean, this kind of broke today, and I don't know. And so now we're back as far as Browns are concerned with this great headline. Hey, Mary Kay, would you go down on me?
Suck the big moose.
This is a letter from Dwayne Stat in Tampa. Hey, Mary Kay, I believe will the Browns pursue Packers free agent quarterback Malik Willis?
Oh God!
Yeah, can you believe this? There's a death wish here. There's an absolute death wish in this press corps. I mean, why would you want an undersized, scrambling quarterback who's never proven he could hold on to a starting job? Why? And why would you think it's better than the other people you have? The press is like, anyone we don't have is better than what we do have. And that's just not true. God damn it.
Right.
And it's irritating. And he seems to have the arm talent and mobility to become a quality NFL starter in the right situation. Well, this can't be the right situation. He has no receivers. He has no offensive line. Why don't you go fuck yourself? I don't understand this. In the right situation.
Oh God!
Yeah, I mean,
we are not the right situation.
Sam Darnold was in a really good situation in Seattle because they had what a defense they had, And if Sam threw interceptions, even though he went through a spell where they weren't winning, and he was doing just that if he didn't fuck up, he'd win. But the Browns aren't that organization.
No.
And what else did Mary Kay say?
Hey, Mary Kay. You should do it in the moose voice.
No, I'll do it in the Casey Kasem voice. The Browns traded away that pick that year in their next 2 first-rounders for Deshaun Watson. And look what he wound up doing. He wound up fucking women on the internet.
Oh, God.
Willis is the dual threat style of quarterback that Todd Monken really likes. But he's not Lamar Jackson. And even though he liked Lamar Jackson, I'm sorry, I broke character. And even though he liked Lamar Jackson. Lamar still can't throw the ball because he's underrated. Underrated. All right.
All that. Make it.
And
stop.
the thing is, Malik Willis is in high demand in free agency because of the scarcity of good quarterbacks. And this is my whole point. When you get 32 owners competing with one another,
yeah,
they will do something just to make sure somebody else doesn't do something. Somebody will stuff Malik Willis onto their roster and he'll never play, or he'll play if somebody gets hurt and then he'll get replaced again. And to make sure that in case he's any good, that one of their competitors won't get that person. I mean, this is when the Masters are 32. I mean, and everybody's trying to get a job. This is the way that it works. And there's going to be a real hot buzz on this guy. Bullshit. What he proved he has some of the qualities. Well, Jesus Christ. So did Shador. But do you really think that putting Malik Willis behind this offensive line, you're going to see that special capability that he carries with him?
No,
I don't think so.
You're going to see him get killed. So,
and I've seen some film on him, and they try. The last guy, you remember, Snoop Huntley. Yeah,
Snoop. I love Snoop.
Yeah,
Snoop fan.
he's a doggy dog. All right. I mean, sorry, Topaz.
Yeah.
No.
Who would you say is better, Snoop Huntley or Jacoby Brissett?
Jacoby Brissett, because he can play in a downfield passing game, although he's reluctant to throw anything but checkdowns.
Yeah.
The thing with Snoop is that he's not a fast enough run first quarterback, and he doesn't have arm strength. But
he's fine.
But the Ravens were built to run the football, not to pass the football. They had this alleged superstar quarterback, Lamar Jackson, and they didn't let him throw the ball until like a recent year. It's oh wait, David Talevsky has found his way in here.
Oh.
2.
Hello, subjects.
Hi, David. 1, 2.
Hello.
3. How are you?
I'm good, man. How are you doing?
Good. So, what do you think about this whole Rutenberg thing?
Well, I mean, all I wanted for the most part was just somebody who can fix the defense on the road. That's really about it.
So you think it is strictly a road defense problem that we're going to be facing next year?
Well, I mean, that was the problem we faced for most of the time when Schwartz was here.
All right. I mean, so yeah. I figured this whole timing thing out, David.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay. It's not a microphone issue. I just don't know when to interject.
I think what we need to do is say over when we're done with our comments. Over.
Right.
Over.
We're entertaining ourselves at this point because there's nobody listening. Yeah. So we tried that kind of quarterback in Cleveland, and it was a disaster. And there's no, here's the next question. Hey, Mary Kate, what voice should I do for the person writing?
Jimmy Bartholomew.
Hey, Mary Kay. My daddy says your boobies are really nice. Do you think Todd Monken has seen enough film and practice reps at this point to determine whether Shador Sanders should enter camp as the starter or should not be allowed to enter at all because of his race?
His race.
Little Timmy Bartholomew, Canton, Ohio.
Can we trade him for
who? Timmy Bartholomew?
Yeah.
It's like, hi, Timmy. Todd Monken and the rest of the offensive staff will study Sanders and Deshaun Watson extensively, leading up to the start of free agency and the trade market March 11th, and determine if they need to acquire somebody like Malik, who makes my nipples hard. That would be Mary.
Now answer the question in the voice of Topaz DeWolf.
No.
No, okay. Here's Topaz the Wolf doing a Dwayne Stat impersonation. No! Why don't you just go fuck yourself?
What the hell is to evaluate with Watson?
God, who knows?
Whether the psychiatrist helped him, I don't know. I don't know. It's,
Over.
Over.
You have Pat. You have complete control over this, and
Yeah,
you
you go-
chose us.
Anybody who has a life should go out and find it now, because it's not going to get any better.
Yeah,
here.
what are you doing, Pat?
Well, it's the down point of the year anyway.
Ah, God. And then there's Mary Kay Hobbin the Knob. I think Browns fans are starting to appreciate what Todd Monken is all about and what he's accomplished in his 37-year career. I think he's a great fit for this market and this team with his no-nonsense, transparent demeanor. In other words, we're going to have a whole lot to write about when he goes ballistic. Did you read about the coach who did go ballistic, the college coach who got fired?
No, I know nothing about this.
Oh,
No.
Let me see if I can find this. Let me see if I can find this thing, because this was really bizarre.
Where's Topaz?
and
I guess
Ross.
I guess
basketball.
yeah, it was in college basketball.
Oh,
But-
God.
Oh, I
Anybody who
heard
watches, go ahead.
I heard something about this, but
Yeah,
I mean, we didn't.
I
dig
had
into
the
that.
story, and then okay. College basketball coach fired days after rant ripping his players. You're gonna love this. This is what you call this is son of Monken. All right.
You need to give a good voice for that one, the John Houseman voice, maybe.
Jerome Tang was named the coach from Kansas State, and he was fired with cause. All right.
Okay.
After they lost 91-62 at home to Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
Recent public comments and conduct, in addition to the program's overall direction, have not aligned with K-State standards for supporting student athletes and representing the university. 59-year-old coach was in his fourth season. He was 10-15 overall, and he publicly criticized his players for an embarrassing 91-62 loss to Cincinnati. This was a decision that was made in the best interest of our university. And when here's why. The coach was blunt in his comments about his players following K-State's loss to Cincinnati. Quote, now he's talking about his own players here. These dudes do not deserve to wear this uniform. There will be very few of them in it next year. I'm embarrassed for the university. I'm embarrassed for our fans and our student section. It's just ridiculous. It means something to wear a K-State uniform. It means something to put on this purple. Everything this university is about and why I love this place. They don't love this place, so they don't deserve to be here.
It reminds me of Hugh Jackson with the Raiders. I'm pissed at my team.
It's like,
Yeah.
just let me know when to pull the trigger. This guy committed suicide, right? He got his words in, and he's the one who's gone, not the players. He had a great first season, and then after that, it went to hell in a handbasket. I've never heard a coach actually say, that 19-year-old prick doesn't deserve to wear this uniform. It's like,
Bobby Knight back in the day, bro.
well, yeah, I suppose, but
that was 40 years ago. It was a different era back then.
Yeah.
You know?
and here's another thing, Bob. I'm talking briefly, and I'll lose my perspective.
As a far cry from what's his face back in the 60s, probably just call him the kid at the N word.
One of my 2 college alma maters that I flunked out of, Miami of Ohio, is the 23rd ranked basketball team in America. They're 24-0.
Yeah, they're damn pretty good too.
Yeah. And I got to watch a little bit of their game, and they got some nice players. They're not going to be able to compete with the big teams.
No,
but what I saw was Sacramento State, which is a smaller school, has
Mountain West.
Yeah, they want to leave the Mountain West for football only and join the Mid-American Conference, the MAC.
Yep.
Wow.
And
I think it's actually happening.
Yes. $18 million.
Mm-hmm.
They paid $18 million to be in the MAC.
Yeah.
That's mental.
I mean, can you imagine what being part of a real conference would cost? I mean, nobody's ever going to say that anybody from the Mid-American Conference is going to be in the big tournament at the end of the year. In football, it's not going to happen. So that's the kind of money that's floating around right now, and it's unhealthy in college sports. It's unhealthy.
They paid more money than North Dakota State did to go to the Mountain West for football only.
Yeah. I mean,
and North Dakota State was 1AA.
It's hard to figure. And here's something that Dwayne Stat will say to you.
I knew you were going to go fuck yourselves.
No. The Guardians home opener tickets. Where can you grab them? Stop by any Swenson's at the drive-thru when you're picking up your burger and fries.
Or get them at Lawson's with your chip chop ham.
Can you believe that the baseball season for the Guardians will begin on April the 3rd against the Chicago Cubs?
Oh, the fucking Cubs.
Yeah.
Well, that's the home game.
That's a home game, the home opener, yeah. 4:10 p.m. at Progressive Field.
Oh, it'll be fucking snowing. You know it's going to be snowing.
It says, we have 2 promo codes to help soften the price. Soften the price? I mean, there's nobody going to be there.
Bill Murray might show up since it's the Cubs. You might get more Cubs fans there.
Look at this. The cheapest ticket I could find was $109. I'm sorry.
But no.
My wife and I can have a really nice dinner for $109 and enjoy every part of it and not have to look at Stephen Vogt and, and not have to deal with the strikeouts and the. Well, they're going to let Quan walk. They're going to let Quan walk. They're not going to.
Just wait till about 2 weeks.
They'll trade him.
No, what's happening with him? Because I have no idea. Why are you bringing him up?
Because they've not extended him. I mean, he's going to play out to the end of his
right. So
contract.
This is his final year.
That's what it amounts to.
Okay.
Yep. And he ain't Jose. He ain't going to get Jose'd into.
So he's going to end up on the Mets or the Angels.
No, I don't see Quan as ever being on a winning team.
Oh, okay.
I could kind of see him down here in Tampa. He's. He can't steal bases anymore because he's prone to calf problems. Sorry, Tony.
Yeah,
not that kind of. Yeah.
Well, it's worse if you've got boost problems.
That's true.
Worse.
Yeah, moose bowel movements.
Yes.
Yeah.
Moose bowels.
Yeah. The I don't even know why I'm talking about the Guardians right now, except that if you just want to watch a bunch of guys pitch, just hang out in the bullpen. You don't need to go to the game. And while we're talking,
till about an hour before first pitch, though. ticket cost will be about $1.09. So
Exactly. Yeah, if you're the nosebleed seats in the freezing cold. Then you have the remainder of the Emmanuel Clase story, which keeps getting worse and worse. Rigged pitches during the 2024 postseason.
Oh.
Clase's alleged pitch fixing scheme extended to at least one specific pitch during the Guardians playoff series against Detroit on October 5th, 2024. The evidence points to the first pitch of his outing in Game 1 against the Tigers. It was deliberately manipulated. It's really disappointing, said, "Hey, Hoinsey." The whole thing has been disappointing, but that adds even more to it. The pitch in question, if you're wondering, was a deliberately spiked breaking ball that caught catcher Bo Naylor completely off guard, forcing him to dive out of the way as the ball glanced off of his shin guard. Look, the thing with Bo Naylor is he won't even move his body to block a ball that's slightly off the plate, but bouncing in a pitch, basically 85 feet from the mound is not going to get it done. Or no, it would be 55. It's Little League, right?
Yeah. 66 feet. I don't know.
That's always my favorite Moohead impersonation. Hey, Hoinsey.
Hey, Hoinsey. God, it's like that guy's been around longer than Jesus.
Christ was born.
It's true. And it's funny. Everybody's waiting for.
Why did Mary sleep with so many men?
Yeah. Well, I mean, everybody's waiting for Christ to come back, and everybody's waiting for Hoinsey to go away. That's just kind of the way of. Oh yeah, I do. Deep down in my heart.
Deep down.
So Hoinsey is saying Clase has burned his bridge with Cleveland. You think?
He burned his bridge with the entire fucking league.
That is going out on a limb there.
This is for Emmanuel Clase.
Oh no, we haven't seen.
He's peering into your soul.
Oh no, we haven't seen him in about 2 years.
The BCOD.
A bunch of rock musicians are going to die randomly.
We haven't seen the.
No, he just killed freaking. Who died today?
I don't know who died.
The actor. Robert Duvall died.
Bob Duvall died.
Yeah, if I say this beach is safe enough to surf, I say it's safe enough to surf.
Oh, that is. See, all of my contemporaries, man.
He's like
95 years old.
Yeah, he was old.
Yeah. Wow. I'll tell you, if you haven't seen the movie, let's see if I can pull the name out of my ass. He's a preacher. The Apostle.
Oh.
You will not see a better acting performance in a movie. He's remarkable. He was remarkable. So
dead now, though.
Yeah, I mean, let's see if they are listing in his Wikipedia. They I can't believe, how do they update these things so fast?
Because there's thousands of people who update. I know people who update Wikipedia. So there's millions of them out there.
He died at his ranch in Middleburg, Virginia.
Was he surrounded by family? That's the key. Now, whenever you're surrounded by family, you're going to die.
His death was announced through a public statement. See, this is also how, it was all prepared,
Right.
But in this case, it's really kind of odd. By Dwayne Stat. I don't know how in the fucking happened, but he's deader than a doornail. Yeah.
Oh.
So it no cause of death, but at 95, what he said, his last words were, "I beat you, Hackman, neener, neener, neener."
Yeah.
Whatever that means. He was a great actor. Sorry to hear that. I really am. So that took me off my.
Yeah, everybody's dead. Where are you
Everybody's
going
dead.
with this?
No, at this point, I don't remember.
It was Emmanuel Clase, and you gave him the black cow of death, and then the black cow of death sidetracked the entire conversation.
Now look,
to Robert Duvall.
You can't get Bob Duvall. He's already gone.
Dead. He's already dead.
So
there he is, peering into your soul.
God almighty. This black piece of vinyl has killed more celebrities.
Like Michael Jackson, Prince, David Bowie. I mean, typically when the Browns are firing their head coaches, so anybody in late December, early January, middle of January, all these pop stars pop their clogs.
Right. Yeah, and the thing is, they die in threes.
Oh, God, yeah.
With him.
Yep.
So this is, and we can't give him credit for Robert Duvall.
No,
we can't.
We can't. Not yet.
So, so now the clock starts.
This clock's ticking. By Friday, we will know whether he's awakened from his slumber.
Yeah. So as far as Class A is concerned, I'd say that we've had enough of him.
My answer to Pat is no. Just no, generally. Just don't even go to Vegas would be my advice.
You know what you'd be better off doing? At least get the benefit out of the $20 by wiping your ass with it when you're in Vegas and then handing the bill over for the bet. Wow. You'll get something out of that money.
Did you talk about the NBA fucking ridiculous?
Yeah, what's your take, Tony? Because I had no interest in it whatsoever.
I enjoyed it, but I wouldn't want to see it again.
I watched the the All-Star game itself, and I thought the format was in the right mindset, and the games were actually kind of fun.
Yep.
But let's just get rid of the rest of the weekend.
Yep.
Like the rookie challenge is not necessary.
Yep.
The 3-point contest, and Damian Lillard, who's supposed to be out for the season, can go play in it. I mean, that's
exactly
and win it. That's a fucking problem.
It is.
Nobody gives a shit about the celebrity game, and the slam dunk contest is the worst fucking thing.
That thing was just an abortion.
They're not even fucking entertaining dunks anymore. They're basic.
No.
They're basic.
Were they using a women's basketball?
They might have been.
That thing looks small to me.
Fucking Spinner Dave could do half those dunks that they were doing.
Hell, he could kick it in from half court.
That would be an aberration having him on there, but it'd be entertaining.
That would make the fucking show entertaining and try to kick it in from half court.
What would be a slam dunk for me, Moo? I haven't done his voice in a long time. You know something? I'm reaching out to you now because I'm in jail again.
Is he?
No.
I mean, I would be shocked.
I can't make bail.
Can you give me that Comrex access?
Yeah. Oh God, it's probably.
I don't know what happened to it. Somebody said it was floating around a pawn shop somewhere. I don't know how that happened. And you know something else? It's about slam dunking. I'd be able to slam dunk from full court if I had a trampoline.
I know what they should do for All-Star Game weekend. You just give me the idea. They should have the battle of the halftime acts. They could have the Chinese plate spinning winner. They could have the Pogoliers, and you could have you could have the Miami Heat dance team, and you could have Ahmed Crum yelling Cleveland. Yeah,
I got a better one. It's the senior slam dunk. And you have to use a trampoline. So the whole thing
Bill Masterson at the line.
It's like, I've never used one of these things before. And then vault him up there and let him face first into the backboard. That would be more entertaining.
I would watch that. I would definitely watch that.
See, people would out of morbid curiosity, but there's nothing about that slam dunk contest.
No, I mean, like I said before, I think Tony didn't hear it, but they should just have a USA versus World 20-minute game, and that would be enough, and get rid of everything else. Yeah.
And here's before I get out of here, I have to share this story because I would be remiss if I did not. As much as I say about the Dolans who don't spend money but do manage to squeak their way into the playoffs sometimes,
Yep.
There are other people who, I mean, and when I say something bad about the Dolans, I mean, in the context of, you're not going to ever in Cleveland be competitive.
No, you're never going to have an owner that's going to spend money on the baseball.
It's a loss leader. It's an absolute loss leader. I mean, maybe when this other guy, the guy who is now the 30% owner of the Guardians takes over, maybe you'll see more spending.
I doubt it. Yeah.
But you have Steve Cohen, who is the owner of the New York Mets. Okay.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, this guy
is one of the most evil fuckers in the entire world. He is an evil dude. Man.
This guy's been busted twice for insider trading, and he is like a mega billionaire. And he owns the New York Mets because he paid some exorbitant price for the New York Mets with his big, we're going to be competitive now with the Yankees. And it's like, why don't you just go fuck yourself? I mean, what? And since he took over, what has there been for the Mets? Just more losing, right? So now, how can he step in and become any less popular?
Wow.
He says, he'll never name a captain as long as he's in charge, ceasing speculation that the franchise would one day grant Francisco Lindor the title of being the captain of the squad. God forbid, because Steve Cohen and his huge fucking cheating goddamn ego. I mean, as long as I'm owning this team, there will never be a team captain, Cohen said. That was my decision. Do you think there's a little insecurity involved? My view is the locker room is unique. Let the locker room sort it out year in, year out.
Wow.
Well, I can tell you one thing. I mean, politics will play a huge role. You can't do that today. There was a time in the 60s and 70s where the players all got along, They all joked around in the locker room. And if you've read Ball 4 by Jim Bouton,
played pranks constantly, drank, went out whoring at 2 a.m.
And they really related to one another. All right. But today, I mean, can you imagine if it were, I'm Class A won't be a good example, but let's say Francisco Lindor, and there are a bunch of far right wing people in that locker room. Do you think he's going to be named captain, or going the other route?
Yeah,
if it's somebody else who's far left and is in favor of, letting your children hit off batting tees, you think he's going to become the goddamn captain?
Yeah, it's divisive now.
It is divisive, and it creates more resistance in the locker room. It's the dumbest fucking thing. And you invested all this money in Francisco Lindor. What does he have to do? I mean, do you realize that, my God, Jose Ramirez they can give him whatever title he wants because he saved the Dolans money. And he's going to be there forever, But this guy, I can't believe it. It's not enough that he's a billionaire, that he paid too much money for the team, that he's not winning with it, and he's still making more money despite himself, that he has to have the kind of control over this kind of situation to state specifically, there will not be a captain on this team.
Yeah, it's weird.
Doesn't make any sense. Oh, there's one other thing I want to say, because I don't talk about Winter Olympics very much.
I was going to ask if you've been watching any of that.
Well, I am a fan of the free skating, and so I was watching the men and watching Ilya Malinin, who hadn't lost in 3 fucking years.
Right.
And I want to add a little something to this story, because it's his choke job in the finals, he just lost it, man. He fell twice. He changed a quad into a double, and he just fell apart. And he has been very open in his interviews about the fact that the nerves got the better of him. It was obvious that he was just rattled. But instead of looking at this as being what a failure, he's 21 years old. He is the child of two figure skaters of a pairs team.
Yeah,
And
then I'm going to spoil the ending. They got killed in that plane crash.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, and you just have no idea what would continue to motivate somebody, and if it's become an unhealthy kind of thing.
That sort of trauma can either turn you into Batman or turn you into, a suicidal wreck. You don't know.
Do you remember the speed skater Steve Hayden?
Yes. Eric Hayden, I think he was.
Eric Hayden. Thank you.
Hayden. Ooh, BCOD there. Oh, no.
He's happy as hell now.
Yeah, he's been let out of the crate for like 2 years, man.
Yeah, I'm petting him because I want to.
Yeah, be on his good side.
Yeah, but the speed skater Hayden blew it in an Olympics, and he had that chance to come back and redeem himself.
Correct. Yeah,
when he was the best speed skater in the world, and he just fell.
Yeah,
and
he ended up with getting 5 gold medals the next time, I think.
Yeah, and the story from Alan is not over yet, but we expect way too much out of a 21-year-old, and they build people up to crash them down. And this is the fucking Olympics. It's not like this is he strikes out with the bases loaded 3 times in a playoff game, but there's always the next game. It's 4 years away.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, it's really a sad thing.
Last,
Yeah, but I feel for him, and I'm not one of these people who are going to sit there and say, "Wow, this guy really choked." It's one thing when you get into, and we'll be talking about this if the Cavaliers get further into the playoffs. We'll keep a long look on James Harden because that's the one rap on him. It's like, well, James.
Oh yeah, I moaned about that the other day. I won't repeat that.
His shot's going to get flat, and it's not going to go in, and he's going to be chucking up. Then he's going to refuse to shoot the ball at all, and he's not going to draw fouls. And I've heard everything.
Yeah, God,
but
I'm sick of that.
But you know what the beauty is in Cleveland?
What?
Nobody cares. There isn't this focus. I saw an interview with LeBron James that he just recently did, and they pressed LeBron. What teams do you think really have the best chance at this point in making a deep play into the playoffs? And he said, well, I would obviously say my Lakers. He goes, but if I went outside of that, the Cavs. And It's like, well, LeBron, we know where LeBron wants to go. No, I did say way back when I saw him sitting on that bench in Los Angeles, he ain't going to be a Laker next year.
No, I agree with you.
And I don't think he's going to retire.
I mean, yesterday.
One final year in Cleveland. Chase one final ring.
Maybe. The only question is economically, how in the hell would that be feasible? But I think
he'd have to take a pay cut. But
he'd have to take the veterans minimum.
I mean, Tony, you saw him play yesterday. They were trying, these guys, until they had nothing left.
Right.
I mean, they were actually, because there was a lot of banter points. There was a lot of beef going on between the squads. So they wanted to have that one up on each other.
Oh, yeah. Anthony Edwards fucking killing it, man.
Yeah, Anthony Edwards was brilliant. And Kawhi Leonard, we will never see a 31-point quarter like that ever again.
Oh.
But they definitely should change the format to something that's not 48 minutes to 20 minutes because it's unfair on these guys.
Well, I mean, to me, there's a beginning, a middle, and an end. And for LeBron James to finish his career in Cleveland would be a wonderful thing. and we don't know what the future holds for who's going to be on the Cavaliers roster, who's not going to be on the Cavaliers roster. We do know this, that James Harden will be on the roster. He will. And that Donovan Mitchell will be lured to stay. That would be a for sure. And that Evan Mobley will be on the team, and that's a for sure.
And somehow we'll still have Dean Wade too.
Yeah, but the thing
Yeah,
is,
he ain't going anywhere.
LeBron isn't really LeBron anymore. He's
play
not quite.
hard for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, but don't ask him to play hard for 30 minutes. He made this really horrible pass in that final quarter or whatever that was so lazy. Even the commentators said it was a lazy pass, and I think Edwards stole it and went up and went.
His ball handling is not. Guys are quicker than he is, and
my ball handling is about as good as LeBron's now.
Yeah, right.
Let me tell you something about my ball handling.
Honestly, he's not the same player that he was, and I think everybody understands that. But the question is, what does he bring to the bench, to players, a guy who's been there and done that? Because as much as you want to say about Harden, as much as you want to say about Spida, they've never done it.
They've not won a championship, neither one of them.
Right. And
that guy there that has.
If there was a way that, and I'll say this about LeBron too. LeBron has given back a ton to Akron, Ohio.
Oh God, he owns half the town now, I think.
And I think he and Gilbert are more at peace now than they probably were many years ago.
Everybody's older and more friendlier when they get older.
And that championship kind of.
But I'm not going to sit here and say that this is for Auld Lang Syne and all that. The whole thing is to win and to win the championship. And you got to get out of the East. How do you get out of the East? And the Detroit Pistons are no slam dunk.
No.
They have a bunch of players who are hotheads. And if things don't go their way with the calls that they want to get, they want to turn everything into a slugfest. That's fine. But you still got to put the ball in the basket against teams that are pressuring you. And you got to find different players and different ways to score. And J.B. Bickerstaff is not a great tactician. That we know. He's got them playing very hard, done better than I thought he would ever do there. That's honestly the truth.
But they got 17 more games to go here, and I still think they're overrated, the Pistons. I don't think they'll be the 1 seed.
All I know is last year we looked like, the Cavaliers are the team of destiny. They got the best record in the league. And and look at the Thunder. They started out like 20-0 or some such thing.
Yeah, they've had people hurt. I don't know. Calf can probably know.
Jalen Williams missed most of the season.
They've had people hurt.
They've come to earth a bit. Every team does. Every team, and it's better to get better after the break and coming up to the playoffs. But one tragic thing can change the whole. But the thing with the Cavaliers is we got more people who can fill in holes. And if something happens and Spida pulls a muscle, Harden can handle the ball and score the basketball, and we can move pieces around. And that's, I always love the idea of having a guy who's a seasoned vet like a LeBron on your team, even if he's not the LeBron of old, that it brings attention to the organization and experience. And if he can make some of these younger players better.
Every game next year would be on national TV if LeBron and James Harden and Donovan Mitchell are all on the same squad. They'll literally have ESPN and Stephen A. Smith and whatever all parked outside the
Charles Barkley and
they'll all be there every fucking game. Yeah. So yeah, there'll be a lot of attention.
Yeah. So that's really about all I have to say. But I think that sorry to hear about Robert Duvall though,
Yeah,
and
very dead.
we're gonna wait until the Cavaliers start up. We'll be back on again on Friday, but we're not, we're gonna be waiting for the Cavaliers game. When is the first Cavs game?
Thursday night.
No?
Charlotte, I believe.
Yeah, and that's in Cleveland. Yeah,
I believe.
I want to say that they're playing at home. I think
it's yeah.
after that it's going to get miserable. We gotta play the Pistons twice. I know we got to play the Knicks twice coming up.
Well, the Knicks. I don't know.
Well, the Knicks are our nemesis, and they play hard.
Well, that's because Jared Allen goes into his little tiny Timmy Bartholow shell every time he sees a Knick jersey, and he plays absolutely awful.
Well, but that again is why I focus on the Knicks, because you got to have an answer for the physicality and the penchant of the league to want the larger market to win. You got to do everything right to win.
I mean, Mitchell Robinson, OG Anunoby, and they all ass rape us every single time we play them.
And still, even though people are saying, wow, look how great Jared Allen, look, he's scoring points, we're still getting out rebounded in a lot of these games. We can't afford that.
Oh, Koulibaly ass raped him the other night, man.
You can't afford to give up second and third chances in playoff games where the defense is tight and points are more at a premium,
Rick May is right. Nets at home Thursday, Charlotte on Friday. Yes.
All right, cool.
So this is a back-to-back with a travel day, or travel, not day, but I don't know.
Well, I want to thank everybody for tuning in, and thank you, Moose. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, David.
Special guest star Black Cow of Death needs to get the final sign-off here. He's come back. He's there. He's helping.
There's another 3 people dead.
Yeah. We're going to watch his activities now.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Not Carol Burnett. You wouldn't do that.
No. Dick Van Dyke, maybe. He's looking at me.
Yeah. He goes, that's a thought, Wait a minute.
He's talking.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Chim chimmery, chim chimmery, chim chim chim. Good luck will rub off when I shake hooves with you, or blow me a kiss, and that's lucky too.
Mwah. See the USA in a C. Miller
Chevrolet. All right. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We'll see you again on Friday. Until then, hasta la vista, Pastor Hets. No. Good night.
Go fuck yourself, Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Bye-bye.